Welcome back to another edition of Just an Opinion. Today I'm going to talk about even more scary sitcoms. Now this is my third show talking about this topic. I fully admit that I'm almost out of episodes that I grew up watching. But there are so many that I hadn't seen, so I've had a good time watching some new material. So without further ado, let's start the list.
Good boy, Freddie.
Thank you. It's the first time anybody ever gave me anything. Thank you, Frederick. Kid's got a bag full of Snickers and he gives me a Tootsie Pop.
Number 10 is Roseanne. Trick me up, trick me down. Dan and Roseanne are up to their old tricks, playing a prank on their neighbor Kathy.
What is it, Kathy? I've had a really bad day and now I've got all this cleaning up to do.
I need to go home.
Would you just look at this mess?
Roseanne anxiously awaits retaliation, but starts to grow a little concerned when Kathy appears to not want to participate in these hijinks. Is Kathy taking the high road, or is she just setting them up for the ultimate trick? The climax comes when Dan and Roseanne have a nice surprise for them waiting in their bed.
Wish we were.
Yeah.
Was it Kathy? No, it was just the kids and their own prank.
My baby!
Number 9 is Night Court. Death Takes a Holiday. This episode begins with Harry sentencing a man known as the Spirit of Death for contempt of court. Nothing really out of the ordinary for this crew. But then again, this is Halloween and some strange things are happening around the city.
Okay, I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out. Art can't kill the bugs. They're playing tiddlywinks down in the morgue, and some guy just did a half gainer from a skyscraper and he lived.
So,
what if no one's dying because our friend Mr. D can't get out and make his rounds?
Harry is conflicted. Did he really prevent the natural order of life and death by putting this man behind bars?
You know, it occurs to me that you and I have something in common, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, something about how we affect the destiny of others.
Well, I guess you're right. Although you've got it easy. I mean, when you put them in jail, they know there's an out. Where I take them, it's a one-way ticket. They never seem to understand that I'm there to help.
Number 8, Home Improvement, The Haunting of the Taylor House. The Taylors are throwing a fun little Halloween bash, but Brad is heartbroken when his girlfriend Jennifer shows up to the party with a young Sean Hunter from Boy Meets World. Tim has to pull double duty between scaring the daylights out of these little rascals with his haunted basement and giving some good guy advice to Brad about women.
Yeah, I think I'll go in there and beat up Danny.
Aren't you mad at the wrong person?
I can't beat up Jennifer.
I don't know. I think you could take her.
In the end, Brad and Jennifer reconcile and Sean is taught a lesson.
I'm scared. What's gonna happen? Is it Wrench gonna pop out and say boo?
I don't know.
Ooh, a bucket. I'm scared.
Number 7 is Perfect Strangers, Aliens. Larry invites the whole gang over on Halloween for a marathon of spooky movies. Balky warns Larry of the impact of horror movies, but Larry dismisses this.
Balky, these movies are just make-believe.
Cousin, they are about bad people doing bad things, and I believe they put bad thoughts in our heads.
But, Balky, they're harmless. They go in one eye and out the other.
Well, I don't want to watch anymore.
What?
The next day, though, Larry notices some strange things happening. It's almost as if everyone is acting like Balky.
You bet it could, cousin.
Why did you say that?
Say what?
You called me cousin.
No, I didn't, baby.
Yes, you did.
I called you baby, baby.
And Balky himself suddenly having supernatural powers. Larry starts to panic, but nobody believes him. Luckily, in the end, it was all just a dream. Number 6 is Roseanne, Halloween 4. Roseanne normally loves Halloween, but this year she just can't get into the spirit of things. Taking a cue from A Christmas Carol, Roseanne is visited by the ghosts of Halloween past, present, and future. She relives some of her early days where she started pulling pranks on people.
She's not breathing. She's turning blue. Al, call the doctor. Al!
Then she travels to the present, where she realizes how much she impacts others on Halloween. And finally, she sees the dreadful future if she continues on her current path. Roseanne feels renewed after this experience, ready to live Halloween to its fullest.
So, this is the whole thing? This is what we've been waiting for?
Oh, no, Dan, no. This is what you've been waiting for.
Number 5 is Night Court, Halloween 2. This time of year is like Christmas for Harry, while others try to avoid him. In this episode, he meets the girl of his dreams, but there's just one problem.
The charge is building a bonfire in public property while dancing robustly through Central Park.
Sounds kinky.
It's not.
Kim? Well, this is crazy. There's got to be some simple explanation.
There is. I'm a witch.
Mama Fratelli from the Goonies happens to be another in her coven.
Miss Sneer also has an additional charge of indecent exposure.
Hey, dance around the bonfire, you'll work up a sweat.
Both Kim and Harry envision a life together, but in the end realize it's not meant to be. Luckily, there are plenty of hijinks from the gang to keep this episode lighthearted and funny. Number 4 is Cheers, Bar Wars 5, The Final Judgment. It's Halloween time and the bar war is on, Gary's Old Town Tavern striking the first blow.
Gary.
Sam and the gang are ready to go to battle when Gary unexpectedly waves the white flag, stating he's just received a concerning health prognosis and wants to avoid any scares or surprises. Sam thinks he's joking and moves forward with the prank of the century, with fatal results. But Sam still thinks Gary is pulling a fast one until remorse hits him like a bucket of water. Just as he's grieving, the reveal is made.
We all feel bad.
Do you, Malone? Do you really? Trick or treat!
While Sam was fooled, he did end up getting his revenge in a later episode.
I'm cold, I'm freezing, I'm thinking about hugging Clavin.
Oh, what a shame. Hey, listen, honey, you remember last Halloween when you guys pulled that hilarious stunt on me, making me think that Gary was dead and that I was responsible for it?
Yeah?
Well, gotcha.
Number 3 is the Brady Bunch, Fright Night. It's team girls versus team boys in a war of spooky tricks.
I'm free at
Eventually, Alice intervenes, warning the kids that these shenanigans could end up going too far and someone could get hurt. And the episode ends here. Everyone's learned their lesson, and I'm just kidding. The kids now work together with a new target in Alice.
Who's that? Somebody there?
What's this?
Oh, no.
Is that the bus?
Mike's head. Oh, Miss Brady, I'm sorry. It looked like a...
Things don't go quite as planned. Number 2 is Family Matters, Stevel. Urkel's latest venture is his gig as a ventriloquist with his lifelike doll, Stevel. Much to his shock, the doll comes alive. But this is no Cabbage Patch Kid, as the doll is pure evil and has a bone to pick with the whole Winslow family.
I don't like the Winslows.
But they're the finest family in the whole wide world.
I know. They make me sick.
He starts picking off everybody one by one in hilarious fashion.
Help me. I'm trapped in the chimney.
Santa? That's you?
But there's also time for dancing. The final straw comes when Steve realizes he must fight this doll to stop him. That is, until he realizes it was all a dream. Until... That's right, the next year we got Steve-O 2. This time he's not alone. Like the title indicates, Steve-O gets his own big guy in the form of Carlsbad.
Why are you here? We've got plans, Flesh Boy. Yeah, big plans.
This gruesome twosome pair up with the goal of stealing the Winslow's family's souls. But again, there's plenty of time for dancing. This time round, it's Carl that finds himself fighting for humanity, until it's revealed that it was all just a dream, this time Carl's. Number 1 is Punky Brewster, The Perils of Punky. This is an extremely bizarre episode that gave me the willies as a kid, and some scenes still do. The setting is a camping trip. The kids seek shelter in a cave when they get lost, and to pass the time, Punky tells a ghost story. In her tale, Punky is a chosen messiah-type figure to help one Native American tribe ward off evil spirits. Punky's vision quest is full of frightening encounters.
You're a rotten, awful, disgusting thing!
Don't try to butter me up.
Took my friends and my dog. You turned them into nightmares!
In the end, good conquers evil, Punky finishes her story, and the kids are found by Henry and Betty. Well, that's all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave a comment. I'll be back soon, but I'm going to cover the short-lived TV series Free Spirit. I hope you check it out.